Toby Keith Koval, July 8, 1961 to February 5, 2024, known professionally as Toby Keith, was an American country music singer, songwriter, actor, and record producer. He released his first 4 studio albums, 1993's Toby Keith, 1994's Boomtown, 1996's Blue Moon and 1997's Dream Walkin', plus a greatest hits package for various divisions of Mercury Records before leaving Mercury in 1998. These albums all earned gold or higher certification, and produced several top 10 singles, including his debut Should Have Been a Cowboy, which topped the country charts and was the most played country song of the 1990s. Signed to DreamWorks Records Nashville in 1998, Keith released his breakthrough single How Do You Like Me Now in late 1999. This song, the title track to his 1999 album of the same name, was the #1 country song of 2000 and one of several chart toppers during his tenure on DreamWorks Nashville. His next 3 albums, Pull My Chain, Unleashed, and Shockin' Y'all, produced 3 more #1s each, and all of the albums were certified 4 times platinum. A second greatest hits package followed in 2004, and after that, he released Honky Tonk University. When DreamWorks closed in 2005, Keith founded the label Show Dog Nashville, which merged with Universal South Records to become Show Dog Universal Music in December 2009. He had released 10 studio albums through Show Dog/Show Dog Universal, 2006's White Trash with Money, 2007's Big Dog Daddy, 2008's That Don't Make Me a Bad Guy, 2009's American Ride, 2010's Bullets in the Gun, 2011's Clancy's Tavern, 2012's Hope on the Rocks, 2013's Drinks After Work, 2015's 35 Miles Per Hour Town, 2017's The Bus Songs, and 2021's Peso in My Pocket, as well as the compilation 35 Biggest Hits in 2008. Keith also made his acting debut in 2006, starring in the film Broken Bridges, and co-starred with comedian Rodney Carrington in the 2008 film Beer for My Horses, inspired by his song of the same name. Keith had released 19 studio albums, 2 Christmas albums, and 5 compilation albums, totaling worldwide sales of over 40 million albums. He had charted 61 singles on the Billboard Hot Country Songs charts, including 20 #1 hits and 22 additional top 10 hits. His longest-lasting #1 hits are Beer for My Horses, a 2003 duet with Willie Nelson, and As Good As I Once Was, 2005, at 6 weeks each. Keith was awarded the National Medal of Arts by President Donald Trump in a closed ceremony alongside Ricky Skaggs on January 13, 2021. Toby Keith was born in Clinton, Oklahoma, to Carolyn Joan and Hubert K. Koval Jr. He has a sister and a brother. The family lived in Fort Smith, Arkansas, for a few years when Keith was in grade school, but moved to Moore, Oklahoma, a suburb of Oklahoma City, when he was still young. Before the family moved to Moore, he visited his grandmother in Fort Smith during the summers. His grandmother owned Billy Garner's Supper Club in Fort Smith, where Keith became interested in the musicians who came there to play. He did odd jobs around the Supper Club and started getting up on the bandstand to play with the band. He got his first guitar at the age of 8. After the family moved to Moore, Keith attended Highland West Junior High and Moore High School, where he played defensive end on the football team. Keith graduated from Moore High School and worked as a derrick hand in the oil fields. He worked his way up to become an operation manager. When Keith was 20, he and his friends Scott Webb, Keith Corey, David Yogi Vowell and Danny Smith, with a few others, formed the Easy Money Band, which played at local bars as he continued to work in the oil industry. At times, he would have to leave in the middle of a concert if he was paged to work in the oil field. In 1982, the oil industry in Oklahoma began a rapid decline and Keith soon found himself unemployed. He fell back on his football training and played defensive end with the semi-pro Oklahoma City Drillers while continuing to perform with his band. He then returned to focus once again on music. His family and friends were doubtful he would succeed, but in 1984, Easy Money began playing the honky-tonk circuit in Oklahoma and Texas. Keith had an honorary degree from Villanova University, which he attended from 1979 to 1980. He planned to be a petroleum engineer. He was an avid University of Oklahoma sports fan. Keith was often seen at Oklahoma Sooners games and practices. He was also a fan of professional wrestling, being seen in the front row of numerous WWE shows that take place in Oklahoma, as well as performing courtesy of the Red, White, and Blue, the Angry American, live at the first ever TNA wrestling show on June 19, 2002. He was also a fan of the Pittsburgh Steelers football team. He was a Free Will Baptist. On March 24, 1984, Keith married Tricia Lucas. He is the father of 3 children. As of 2024, Toby Keith's net worth is estimated to be around $400 million. He passed peacefully on Monday night. His death was announced on his official website without listing further details. Mr. Keith announced in June 2022 that he had been diagnosed with stomach cancer, adding that he had received chemotherapy, radiation, and surgery.